Okay, so when we were last here, we were talking about the last Airbender and
But never the movie.
no, no, and
You'll
how
never hear us talk about that unless we're just giving it nothing but shit.
yes, which I think we actually did in the last part.
Yeah, we might have just shit all over it.
I
I
know
don't
that
quite remember though.
I know that I said I hated it. I know that I said it. I can't remember exactly how much I said. It is my least favorite adaptation of all time, though.
Yeah, M Night Shyamalan. It's pretty awful. At least as far as that's concerned.
Yeah,
I don't care what people say about Lady in the Water. I thought that movie was alright. I didn't think it was horrible.
that movie was actually the beginning of the drop off for me.
I will give it that. Yeah, like it wasn't his best shit because I mean, Signs. That movie was pretty fun.
My favorite by him is Unbreakable.
You know what? I don't think I ever watched that movie.
I really, really liked Unbreakable. I might even go so far as to say that behind, say, like the first Die Hard, it's my favorite Bruce Willis movie.
Really?
Yeah, because, well, I can't think of many movies I've seen Bruce Willis in where I was like, oh man, this is great. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, you know what? No, my favorite Bruce Willis movie is Moonrise Kingdom.
You know what? That movie was good, and I will give it to him that movie was fantastic. But I would honestly put that up there. Like my favorite movie is with Bruce Willis in it is probably gonna have to be what was it called? It was that movie where he was like it was a sci-fi movie. It was
Are you talking about Mercury Rising?
no, it was that movie with that red-haired girl who.
Oh, The Fifth Element.
That's the one. I just couldn't think of it. I don't know why. But yeah, that movie is fucking fantastic. It's good as hell.
I had an unfortunate experience with that movie, and that was that I saw it once and I really liked it, and then in the course of like a week, I saw it about 10 more times,
Jesus.
and then I didn't need to see it ever again. Well, it was one of those things. It
Kind of how I felt about Avengers, except I didn't see it 10 times. I saw it enough to never have to see it again. But I'll probably watch it again because it seems like every single person in the world loves it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I was man, I can't. I went with Justin, who was in one of the Dead Space parts. We went to go and see that movie, and that was one of the better movies we went to see together, even though after subsequent viewings, it didn't hold up. Like, I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
Because, man, and this is not him as a person, this is just his judgment on some films. He likes to go see, like, it was his idea for us to go and see a movie called, Sinister.
Mm-hmm.
That ended up being a horrible film. Now, there was no way he could have known that because we went to see it like the day after it came out.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily say that it's his fault, but I chalk that up as when it was his decision for us to go to the movies, we went and saw a bad movie. And oh man, the movie had so many opportunities to not be bad, and it steered away from all of them. Because the whole premise of the film is it's about a true crime author who moves into a murder house to write a story about the latest murder that took place.
I'm gonna go ahead and put on record that Murder House would be an awesome name for a metal band. Just gonna throw that out there.
Go ahead and get the patent on that going as we speak. But so true crime author moves into a murder house and
So good.
crazy shit starts to happen. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, what is it gonna be? And it starts to go in it starts to lead you in different ways, I think would be the best way of putting it, because at one point it's like, oh my goodness, multiple families lived in this house and they all ended up dying, but they weren't all in the house when they died. It was just their only common factor was that they all lived there at some point. And I was like, oh my goodness, I hope it's going in a very specific direction. I hope it's a serial killer, namely a cop, who stalks the house.
I thought you were about to get really specific and say like whose name is.
No.
And I was gonna be like,
no. I just hope because they have cops in the movie that are just they're kind of shitheads.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh my goodness, it would make so much sense for it to be one of these shithead cops who murders people. And the reason that he doesn't like the fact that there's a writer in the house now is because people he's a writer. People kind of keep tabs on writers. He's not just a nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me that made sense. And then at the end of the movie, it's like, no, it's actually an ancient evil spirit that just follows people and murders them. And that is like, you could have gone a different way. You could have made it like a murder mystery movie. Instead, you made it a paranormal horror film that wasn't scary. And so it ended up being really disappointing. And I don't know how you are about this, but whenever they start presenting murder mysteries to me, I don't want it to be a spirit or a ghost. I just want it to be a crazy person.
Really, I like it better when it's a crazy person, but I feel like, if I go into a movie expecting paranormal shit, I want paranormal shit, and if I go into a movie expecting a murder mystery, I want a fucking murder mystery with a fucking person. That's
right.
The thing. Like,
that's exactly, like, that exact reason is why...
Like, I'm totally with you on that particular thing.
Is why I completely love the first Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.
I like that movie. Did you like the second one? I thought it was good.
I thought the second one was still good, but I definitely like the first one more.
Everybody likes the first everything more. Except for Men in Black. I thought that all of them were good. I thought they were all about the base same.
I'm now going to think really hard, actually, about... Because I'm sure that there's been at least one sequel that was better than the original. And I'm going to be, like, trying to find that...
Did you know the second Indiana Jones wasn't actually a sequel? It was a prequel?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's just like Red Dragon's a prequel to Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
I
liked the sequel to The Thing a lot, but it didn't... It was so underrated by every single person ever. Like, it didn't get any credit as far as, like it didn't even make back its budget. It was so underseen.
Man, there's a movie that I'm thinking about.
It's because of CGI. That's why. And the CGI wasn't bad. It was just that they had filmed it already with animatronics, and then the studio was just like, no, we want CG, and they filmed over all the animatronic sequences with, like, CGI shit, which sucks because that fucking, like, if they had kept in all the animatronics, that would have been a tits ass movie.
Actually, you know a sequel that I think might be better? Iron Man 3 better than Iron Man 1.
I hated that movie. But I will give you that. It was better than the first one. It was better than the second one, too.
I don't think the audio caught any of that whisper. That's good.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there are other ones, too. I'm trying to... I know that in books, there are definitely a lot more sequels that I enjoy.
I'm looking at these pictures, and you need to, like, put this in the video, like, right as I'm saying it. Look, it's like the worst casts for any movie, and this one is just fucking awesome. Ricky Gervais is the Punisher. Oh, I just found one that I hate. It's like...
You should probably hate all of them.
Like, actually, like, they're not worth hating, except for this one is definitely worth hating. People listening at home probably know who Tommy Wiseau is. And if you don't, he made that movie, The Room, and he's just an awful actor and an awful director and an awful everything. He's just a bad person. But they have this picture of him as the Sandman.
Oh,
just no. So bad.
I want to say this now also because it's pretty topical. Ben Affleck is Batman. Keep tabs on that shit.
Yeah.
Keep tabs on that.
I'm not saying that he would be the worst Batman. I'm just saying I wouldn't have cast him, but I'm not necessarily, like, I'm not upset at the casting so much as I'm, like, disappointed in the casting people that thought that was an excellent idea and didn't even give any other credit to anybody else. If I was going to remake it, I would have given it a new person altogether. Also, this is who should play Robin.
I think it's less of a remake and more of a it's because it's supposed to be older Batman, if I remember right, because it's Superman Batman crossover.
He's supposed to be older than Superman, which I thought that Batman was about the same age as Superman, maybe like a couple years older, not old enough to have, like, had all this experience fighting crime over him or whatever. But I don't know.
I'm getting less hyped about it. The only thing that's really become a beacon of hope for me now is the fact that Zack Snyder is apparently directing it.
Which one is Zack Snyder?
Sucker Punch.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like that guy. All right. Didn't he also do
He did
Watchmen?
300. He did Watchmen.
But I liked the Watchmen a lot.
Watchmen was really good. That is one movie where there is no reason not to like it.